Expedition log, day 35. After some trial runs, Anaxis may have it. Hopefully this version works. I am anxious to get exploring again. Winter has come. The peaks are most likely impassable with snow. Not to mention... not to mention Nerex is probably buried as well. Notes on Thespa, Volume 4, Anaxis. The folk of Woodstone came to me yesterday, asking me to aid them in curing a young man. The illness he suffers from is one I have not seen for almost a lifetime. Not since I killed it. Could a case have survived? How? Where? Hopefully my stores will have what I need to help. Where did I leave that book? Greetings, primates, and welcome back to Thespa. It seems Nexus is more than willing to help out Ruprect with his troubles. However, she does have to get a few things up and running, namely, her apothecary. Let's see if we can't help her out. Oh, this beacon makes me happy. It makes tearing down stuff like this so much simpler and faster. I just realized this isn't as deep as it needs to be. I need to go deeper. Let's go deeper then. Now that that is done, I can finally get started on this brewery. So this was unintentional. I did not mean to build all of this off camera, but my time-lapse didn't film all of it, apparently. So, yeah, this is my brewery. It's based off of a very old potion station by Mumbo Jumbo. I absolutely love his videos just in general. But if we come up this way, we have all of where the potion stuff will go. And as you can see, I'm missing some very important things. Namely, Netherwort. Gonna have to get that. This isn't gonna create all of the potions, much to my chagrin. For example, I won't be able to create the negative form of the potions. That's what this little guy is for. Also, there's only so many things I can select here. Let me just show you roughly how this thing will work. There's a long hopper line that'll take all of the ingredients into this brewing stand. Right here. I'd have Netherwort in here. This one activates every time I press that button. Also, it activates this line, which activates one of the many droppers behind the target blocks that I missed. So there's a row of 8 hoppers. 8 hoppers, 8 droppers. That's the individual potions, and these target blocks select which ingredient is to be used. So if this target block is down, the dropper behind that target block will activate. For example, this one will activate the golden carrots, this one will activate my spider eyes, and so on and so forth. Also, it'll activate one or more of these special... Forgot that was there. One of these modifying ingredients. So it'll be redstone, glowstone. I don't have any glowstone in there. Gunpowder. And here's going to be dragon's breath in case I want a lingering potion. And that's pretty much it. And the order in which these droppers are placed just means that the ingredients reach the brewing stand in the right order. Over here, I've got a huge collection of water bottles. One of the key things for this, however, is locking these hoppers, specifically this hopper and this hopper. This hopper needs to be locked, or else all of the potions will just go directly into the brewing stand and then immediately get pulled out. And that's not what we want. And this hopper line just is to bring the brewed potions into the barrel underneath the other brewing stand over there. As such, we need a timing mechanism to lock that hopper, and that's what this whole thing is. This will keep that bottom hopper locked and unlock this hopper, so that way water bottles can get fed into my brewing stand. And this timer here is long enough to keep this thing locked for one ingredient to brew. And that's where this guy comes in handy. This is hooked up to the hopper just above the brewing stand, and it'll keep this timer activated as long as there is a potion ingredient inside this hopper. See? And once that last ingredient moves into the brewing stand, it retracts, and the timer starts to decay, and eventually it'll turn off. But that's pretty much how this thing works. This is just a potion selector, so now I've selected my spider eye or poison potion, strength, regeneration. This will be healing, and then I have 3 others to fill in later. I just need to get some sort of farm up and going for those. And over here, I've got my modifier selector. So here it's extra length. Now it would be selecting glowstone. Now I've got splash activated and lingering. And what's really cool is I've set it up so that way if I select lingering, it also selects splash. Because that's one of the key things for lingering is a lingering potion has to be made from a splash potion. So I've made it such that if I select lingering, I don't have to select splash, and it automatically selects splash for me. Let me put the wall back together just so that way it looks pretty. So that's how this mechanism works. Now I just need some way to stock it up, and I know just the place to get these ingredients. Ta-da! I found a witch hat. You need to go away. Oh no, I didn't mean to hurt you, Mr. Cat. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. This witch hut is where I will be gathering a lot of the ingredients I need for my brewery. Luckily, witch farms aren't too terribly hard to put together. They're just difficult to put together because they're very specific in location. I'm going to get set up for putting this together, and then we'll have some fun. Let the fun begin. Well, this is interesting. I time-lapsed me building this, but apparently it didn't like it. And I've been AFK at my AFK spot, which is way up there, for, I don't know, 20 minutes? And, we got a lot of stuff. This is going to be super helpful. Now, if only I had some nether wart to use in my farm. Either way, I'm going to spend some time AFK up here so that way I can get more stuff, so that way I can fill in more of the slots in the brewery. And after a good long while, I have gotten quite a few of these slots all filled in. To some extent. Redstone and glowstone and gunpowder, that's easy, to be completely honest. Particularly now with the witch farm. Oh my freaking goodness. I even got tons of sugar, so I can make potions of swiftness or slowness if I wanted to. Or, and this is what's really important, I can make fermented spider eyes, which are going to be used in creating my potions of weakness, which is going to be key in the entire reason of having this. Curing villagers. I also, in the interim, found some nether wart, and I've started farming it up, and I actually can now make potions. I feel it's only appropriate we brew up some potions. And I'm going to go with night vision. Because why not? Ta-da! I even took the liberty of brewing up some other potions. Because, I mean, who doesn't love swiftness or fire resistance as well? It works! It makes me happy. And now it's time to make this place pretty. And it's all pretty now, primates. Look at Anaxis's room. Oh, so gorgeous. I love her carpet, her bed. That just makes me happy. And all of the floating candles. This makes me happy. Nice little study nook over here where she's able to experiment on these wonderful magical things in this world. Up this way is her actual enchantment room where she enchants whatever she enchants. Down here is the store where she trades with the locals. And I'm missing a few of the decorations, namely there's supposed to be things in those item frames, a cauldron and a brewing stand. And there's one key item that's missing, like this beehive. We'll just ignore that. And down here, we're at the laboratory / apothecary that, yeah, I haven't decorated it yet. I didn't have the stuff I needed, and I'm lazy. Deal with it. Even though it doesn't seem like it, primates, we've actually done a lot this episode. We built a brewery. That took some time. Decorated 3/4 of our apothecary. We'll finish up the basement. I'll probably do that off camera in between episodes. And we have a rather conveniently placed witch farm. It's not that far from home, and I can just spend a few minutes here AFK and get tons and tons of resources. Excuse me, are you gonna go in? There you go. Bye! And look, now we have sugar and gunpowder. We can also get glowstone dust, redstone dust, spider eyes, and sticks and bottles. Because, I mean, we need sticks. No, we don't. Just this sight of flying into Woodstone makes me happy. We've got our apiary, apothecary, forge, inn, lumberyard, carpentry place thingy. Not really sure what to call it. Our church, and up next we gotta get what's going on in the basement of this church up and going. I've been putting that off for far too long. Naturally, with our additions, we have to update the map, particularly as this begins to oxidize. Well, anyway, primates, if you liked the episode, please do leave a like. Comment any suggestions that you have of what next should be built in Woodstone, or maybe what can go in Nerex. I'm starting to think with this beacon it'll be about time to start digging. Subscribe so that way you can stay up to date with everything going on here in Thespa. This has been RU Prime, and I'll see you next time.